Luigi has spent years running behind Mario's shadow in everything except his memorable ghost hunting franchise, Luigi's Mansion. The solo adventures for the guy in green have featured great stories, plenty of hidden moments, and expanded across multiple platforms including real arcades. Join us as we relive the story so far, going deep into the world of Luigi's Mansion, including the full story for the newest entry in the franchise with Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Nintendo Switch. We take on everything about the franchise, including the mysterious hanging ghost from the original Gamecube game. Luigi goes solo. When the Gamecube was launched in 2001, Nintendo was entering a whole new generation. One where cartridges would be replaced with discs, memory cards would be needed to save your games, and Luigi would launch his own game on the console as opposed to Mario. That's right, launched with the release of the Gamecube was not Super Mario Sunshine but rather Luigi's Mansion, a puzzle action platformer starring Luigi. The story starts off with Luigi winning a grand prize, a mansion, but it turns out the mansion isn't all it's cracked up to be, as the place is haunted by ghosts and turned into a big illusion by King Boo. With Mario missing, Luigi teams up with Professor Egad to capture ghosts and find Mario's location. In a big twist, players think they're battling Bowser in the main boss battle, but the villain turns out to be King Boo in a Bowser costume. Thus, the boss battle continues until Luigi finally defeats him thanks to the help of the Poltergust 3000, essentially a fancy term for a ghost vacuum. Once defeated, the haunted mansion disappears, and Luigi is free to use the money he collected to build a home of his own on the same property. The game really set the stage for the future of the franchise, and was a great way for Nintendo to give Luigi a solo game without following the same traditional Mario formula. Luigi's Dark Secret. You can't talk about the first Luigi's Mansion without diving deep into one of the biggest gaming urban legends of all time. While in Area 3 of the game, Luigi makes his way to the telephone room where he makes 2 calls. During the call, the light flashes on twice, and each time there is an ominous shadow lingering to the right of the screen. Upon a closer look, the shadow looks like Luigi, but like he has hung himself from the rafters. The shadow does not connect to the actual Luigi in any way, and because of this, rumors ran rampant. Some people said it was Nintendo's way of getting really dark with the game. Others say Luigi actually did the hanging, and the person we play with is his actual ghost. After some deep research and a lot of debate, the accepted conclusion is that the mysterious shadow is actually a glitch. The shadow was supposed to be attached to Luigi and put in a different pose, but the game error led to the biggest mystery and actually helped keep Luigi's Mansion on the radar for several years after its release. Years later, Nintendo finally confirmed the shadow was indeed a glitch and could not be removed in time before the game's release, or at least that's what they want us to think. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Just when you thought Luigi's Mansion was going to be a one-and-done game, Nintendo did the unthinkable by celebrating an entire year of Luigi in 2013, and released a direct sequel to the first hit. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was an exclusive release on the Nintendo 3DS, where exploring rooms and finding ghosts became even more exciting thanks to the touchscreen capabilities. The story follows Luigi as he gets transported through his television by Professor Egad to a land known as Evershade Valley. In the area, King Boo has once again taken over, transforming all the friendly ghosts into spirits without such friendly intentions. He also shattered the Dark Moon, scattering pieces all over the valley and giving Luigi a mission to capture each piece. King Boo's plan actually seems a lot smarter than Bowser in the story. He plans on creating a ghost army, capturing all of the citizens and paintings, and then taking over Mushroom Kingdom for himself. Much better than simply kidnapping a princess for some giggles. In an upgrade from the original game, Luigi is now equipped with a Poltergust 5000, which he eventually uses to free the ghosts and others like Mario. The game also introduces Polterpup, Luigi's ghost dog who has now become an integral part of the Luigi franchise. Luigi's Mansion The Remake. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was not the only ghost hunting Nintendo game released on the 3DS. To help promote and build hype for the Nintendo Switch sequel, Luigi's Mansion 3, Nintendo released a remake of Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS in 2018. The remake featured multiple gameplay and story elements which would change the story and function of the original game. One of the biggest changes from the original? Gooigi. The goo-based form of Luigi acts as a helpful counterpart as you explore haunted rooms, but can also be utilized by a second player to add some multiplayer action. The game actually introduces Gooigi via time travel from Professor Egad, allowing multiple time loops to occur within the Nintendo timeline. So if you play the original GameCube game, then you are playing the timeline before Gad got involved. If you play the 3DS game, then you are embarking on an alternate timeline, one where Luigi exists in the world much sooner than Luigi's Mansion 3. Other changes include the appearance of Polterpup, along with the use of the Stro Bulb, a tool first introduced in Dark Moon. Story-wise, King Boo is still up to his old tricks as Luigi explores the mansion and eventually defeats him after releasing the monster from his Bowser suit. Luigi's Mansion 3. After the Luigi's Mansion remake set the seeds for the character of Luigi, what's next for the franchise? Well, Luigi, Mario, and Princess Peach hit the road for a nice vacation in the opening cutscene for Luigi's Mansion 3. Of course, a hotel run by ghosts and called the Last Resort doesn't seem like the ideal place for a vacation, and it's not. King Boo makes his faithful return again. This time around, he was assisted by Helen Gravely, a woman who runs the hotel and helps free King Boo from Professor Gad. Boo is up to his old tricks again as he traps Mario and all of Luigi's pals inside of paintings. As Luigi explores the hotel, he must free all of his friends and escape the clutches of King Boo. Professor Egad returns again, equipping Luigi with a Poltergust G00, an upgraded model from previous versions. The Nintendo Switch game amps up all the elements from previous Luigi Mansion games, and the whole hotel setting gives us plenty of vibes from The Shining. There is a ton to explore, and the expanded use of Luigi adds a lot to the game elements. Along with the main story mode, there are several multiplayer minigames, including the Scare Scraper Challenge mode and Scream Park games. Stay tuned to see exactly how Luigi's Mansion ends, but first we just wanted to recommend that you check out our video on If Mario Villains Took Over Nintendo, when you're done with this one. Luigi's Mansion 3 Ending. Like many Mario games, Luigi's Mansion 3 doesn't feature a groundbreaking ending or anything that will change the Nintendo franchise forever, but it's still a fun story to follow. During the final boss battle, King Boo duplicates himself, and Luigi must use bombs to blow the ghost up. There's a lot of action with King Boo's tongue, which is eventually grabbed by both Luigi and Gooigi as they toss and slam the ghost on the roof of the hotel. Once King Boo is defeated, the whole hotel collapses. Luigi reunites with Mario, Princess Peach, and the Toads. So, what's next? Time to rebuild! In a Luigi's Mansion tradition, a whole new mansion gets built, but the size and design all depends on how much money a player has collected throughout the game. The final scene will showcase the mansion and then reveal Luigi and his crew leaving the Last Resort to go back home to the Mushroom Kingdom. And just like in Dark Moon, Luigi still has his cute little Polterpup by his side, forming a bond and friendship that could last forever. Luigi's Mansion Arcade. The Luigi's Mansion franchise is one of the rare Nintendo titles to get ported to an actual standalone arcade machine. Continue the adventures of Luigi in the 2017 release of Luigi's Mansion Arcade. The game uses light guns to control the Poltergust 5000. The game takes place in the Evergreen Valley, the same locale used in Dark Moon. Players have no control where they go in levels. The main purpose is to follow along and capture ghosts whenever they are seen. A single credit gives players the ability to travel through 3 different mansions, including the Treacherous Mansion. Like Dark Moon, King Boo remains the main boss in the game and has to be defeated for players to win. The side-by-side sit-down arcade cabinet makes it easy for 2 players to play at the same time. The arcade itself was originally introduced at Dave & Buster's locations before expanding out worldwide. While the game doesn't provide a full Luigi's Mansion experience, the large screen, first-person perspective, and handheld Poltergust weapon adds a unique touch to the franchise. Luigi's Mansion Sports. The settings and worlds featured in Luigi's Mansion are not just limited to his own franchise. Nintendo has included several sets, characters, and design elements in other Nintendo games, including several sports titles. The best example? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Luigi doesn't just go into battle alone. The game equipped him with the Poltergust goo long before Luigi's Mansion 3 was even released. Gamecube's Mario Power Tennis features a Luigi's Mansion court, based off the first game as the court gets set up right outside the mansion. In Mario Hoops 3-on-3, the area gets transformed into a basketball court, and in Super Mario Sluggers, the backyard is transformed into a baseball stadium. Guess all these ghosts cannot get enough sports in their lives. Even the inside of the mansion gets transformed for sports titles, like Mario's Sport Mix. Once inside, Luigi and others have the chance to play both basketball and volleyball. Naturally, the volleyball court is made of spiderweb. Even multiple Mario Kart games have relied on Luigi's Mansion as the setting for various courses. Both Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe feature the creepy mansion as a battle course for racers. A race course with a theme was designed for both Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 7. Luigi's Amiibo Enhancements. Want to get even more out of the Luigi's Mansion games? Well, just bring some Amiibo with ya! The collectible figurines enhance the 3DS version of the game Remake and have a number of different features. The Luigi's Mansion Remake is compatible with Luigi, Mario, Toad, and Boo Amiibo figures, with Luigi offering the most help. When Luigi is placed on the 3DS, players activate the Gold Bone. With the bone, a fallen Luigi could be activated again with a Polterpup. The Amiibo also allows players to see all of the Speedy Spirits map locations. The Mario transforms any poison mushroom into a super mushroom, while the Toad Amiibo helps Luigi restore HP anytime he talks to a Toad character. Boo's Amiibo power is pretty simple, as the map will reveal any Boos who have escaped and need to be caught again. Not bad, and definitely a nice way to enhance the game. Unfortunately, despite being able to scan Amiibo on the Switch, there is no Amiibo support for the newest game. It seems like the Toys to Life trend is coming to a close, as Amiibo figures may just appear as ghosts of their former selves in a future sequel. Luigi's Secrets. With so many ghosts to haunt and rooms to explore, the Luigi's Mansion games are full of secrets and fun tidbits. Let's start with the newest game first, Luigi's Mansion 3. When you enter the Great Stage level, look around the theater to spot some posters on the wall. One of them showcases a very angry piano. Sound familiar? Yep, it's the haunted piano from Super Mario 64. One of the most frightening parts of the game. The piano probably served as some inspiration for the spooky series. The Dark Moon release came with a lot of hype and some pretty cool bonuses, but only if you purchased the game in Europe. The Dark Moon pre-order edition came with a limited edition glow-in-the-dark case along with a Boo stress ball. Much needed, considering how many little jump scares the game could have. The Dark Moon game also has a fun feature when you look at the names of the mansions. Taking the first letter from mansion names like the G from Gloomy Manor and the H from Haunted Tower eventually spells out the word Ghost. The same process also applies to all the possessors you go up against. Wow, what a journey! Do you enjoy Luigi's solo adventure? Is Luigi's Mansion 3 the best entry in the series? Or are you still waiting for an official Waluigi game? Well, let us know in the comments, and stick around to The Gamer for more great video game content. We're releasing new videos every couple of days. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the channel.